Special event alert.
Stay in your bed. You don't have to run. This is Late for Changeover, the weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith. Today, we just want to say thanks for listening. It's been a blast. We started the year off as service headline news, and we were reborn as Late for Changeover later in the year. We also were doing just audio, and now we're doing video, which is pretty good for a bunch of guys just goofing off. So here, what I present to you for this show is going to be a 2023 compilation all the way back to when it was just a couple of us doing service headline news. So sit back, enjoy, and have a laugh as we present the Late for Changeover 2023 compilation.
Special event alert.
Horrible.
I know. Here's probably number 2.
Don't shake. Oh, here we go.
Some things are meant to be shaken.
Okay, they're shaking a snow globe. They're shaking a rattle. They're shaking a baby bottle.
No matter
And then
how
they
you're
show the
feeling,
baby.
Never shake a baby. Shaking a baby can cause brain injury, disabilities, and even death. Always handle children with kindness and gentle loving care. For more information, contact Family Advocacy.
Who do you think that's targeted to? Obviously, the young 20-year-old parent.
Yeah.
But who's
Now, to be fair, I'm not shaking babies, but they showed that baby mellow as hell. That baby wasn't 2 a.m. screaming and crying with a fresh diaper on when you got to go to work at 5.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
I'm not saying the baby's the bad guy and they deserve to be shaken. I'm just saying
That baby, I'd look at that baby like, who would think to shake that little baby?
that baby asked for it.
But you have those ones that do that colicky cry,
I
that
can't
extra
imagine
level that kicks up, and it's just like, it's up your spine.
And it adds up. Like it just adds up. Right? Like we've all blown up at somebody random that didn't deserve to get blown up on, right?
Easily.
Like
Easily.
you like back in the day, you gave me an extra shift. It was I had plans and this and that, and then I go in and somebody just a little bit of back talk at emptying out the trash. I'm gonna snap on them. Right? That kind of thing. Like, you SOB, I'm not even on your crew. Just take out the damn trash. Right? Like, and it wasn't their fault at all.
No.
Right? Kind of thing.
No. And if you
We've
could
all
take
done that.
if you could take the Airman Basic and shake the shit out of him, you probably would.
There's a reason there's not a "Don't Shake an Airman" commercial, because you
shake
can.
an
You can shake an airman. You're welcome to shake him.
Oh my God, that would have been classic. Don't shake your airman. It should be saying, don't shake your airman that much.
Only a mild shaking.
All right, this
But
one
that right there is so Air Force, though, because every other branch is like, push, stop messing around, push.
Right.
And we're like, just shake him.
Just shake him. He'll be all right.
Just shake him a little bit.
He's rubbery anyway. It's got no fitness.
They're resilient.
In him.
I'm pretty sure their skulls are soft.
They'll probably get home and look at their Fitbit and go, "Why did you have this increase in heart rate?"
I got bonus points that day.
Oh, my supervisor
Sergeant Smith shook the shit. Exactly, he shook the shit out of me.
I had my best physical performance day ever.
I might be onto something.
Special event alert.
So from military.com, female Air Force pilots would be able to safely pee in flight during long missions with this new technology being tested.
Nice.
Which, as we read through this, just keep in your back of your mind is like, we just thought about doing this. It's just
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, anybody who's been on a long road trip,
We've
knows you gotta
got
be
female Blue Angel pilots. We've got female,
right.
like the commander of the Thunderbirds was a freaking
Oh, that's right.
female, like
Yeah.
all that stuff, like that A-10 pilots, like the fact that we're just now like, hey, maybe this is a problem we need to solve. Like,
It's ridiculous.
what are they doing? Like, are they pretending they're the lady from NASA driving across all the states or something?
I
Like,
don't know.
like,
Oh, yeah, that crazy woman. God, I forgot about her.
remember? She was like,
she was peeing in jars and stuff, wasn't she?
she was depensing it
Oh
up.
no, she had.
Yeah. She
Did
was
she
like,
have a catheter in, or was she diapers?
No, she was adult diaper.
Yeah.
The word on the street was adult diaper. And she was like,
all about that story.
this guy's cheating on me. I'm going to get him. She drove to from Florida to freaking, I don't know, Wyoming or some crap like that, like Texas.
Straight,
in one run.
Right.
One run, just straight.
Just peeing in the sea.
Nothing but meth and pissing of the pants. Or whatever. What do they get? The Adderall. Nothing but legal meth.
Adderall, yeah.
Adderall, sorry. Yeah, legal meth, Adderall.
Oh my
And
God.
pee in your pants, just.
Well, she
Legit.
could have been a good input into this new technology here. So.
Yeah, we should get an interview with her. I'm sure she'll come on.
Isn't she in prison? Is she going to jail?
Probably. So literally, she's a captive audience, Marty.
She's
All we
just
have to
waiting
do
she's waiting like Hannibal Lecter, man, just waiting to tell her story.
Oh,
somebody
we gotta
come
pay
and
some
ask her.
commissary, and we're good.
If you don't mind interviewing her in a diaper, then have at it.
Yeah, we get there, we're like, hey, we're just like you. We drop trow with our fancy gray Depends that look like man panties now. Like, oh, this is the new design. Can you
Look at
believe how
this.
far we've come?
And you are the innovator.
Look what you did. You're great.
You and your crazy ass.
She keyed the shit out of his car or something.
And then drove back.
Yeah, got them so good.
Special event alert.
All right, so now it's going to be the first of its kind. So since I have 2 Air Force vets and 2 Army vets on the show, we're going to have a little quiz to see which pair knows more about the other service.
Oh, boy.
And since I did half my career in the Army and half in the Air Force, I get to be your quiz master. All right? So we'll do 3
title.
Goddamn right.
Yep.
So we're going to do 3 questions, one at a time for each of you, and we'll see how we finish. And I've got a tiebreaker if we need it. And we might do it anyway, because I think it was on old studying material for getting the E5 anyway. So,
Jake, you got my back, right?
I got nothing.
oh, shit. This may be a 0-0 game all the way down, but we'll see. We'll see how
It's gonna
strict
look
I
like a World Cup match.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. We're fucking Army and Air Force soccer. 0-0 tie. How exciting. All right, ready? The first question is for the Air Force. You guys ready?
Wait. Can we call a friend?
No, you can't fucking call nobody.
No, besides, you're in the Air Force, man. You ain't got no friends. Come on, man. Who are you gonna call?
Jake. I'm gonna call Jake, man.
All right, well,
Call
you better
Jake.
call him. All right, which light fighter Army division is nicknamed Tropic Lightning? I'm wearing a shirt.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Helping him. Wasn't that who fired as quizmaster?
Oh,
I
I wish
thought it
I
was
wish
some throwback Arizona State.
I wish I had a buzzer, but you guys' time is up. It's the 25th Infantry Division.
Oh,
On the
He
Air,
goes, oh.
who on the Air Force? All
Would
right,
have never known.
first question for the Army. The global positioning system, GPS, has become one of the most vital assets to the U.S. military. Where is the GPS constellation flown from?
Space. Yeah. Where is the GPS constellation flown from?
It's in Colorado.
Oh shit.
Well, you only got two. I mean, it's either
Yeah.
Buckley or NORAD.
Buckley.
Almost.
Oh,
That's not bad. That's a good guess.
there's
But
also
it's,
those. What are those two? The
So,
strings. There's Peterson.
I
And what's
thought
the
there
other
was
one?
no.
I don't know.
here.
What's the other one?
There's Peterson and that other dump. What's it called?
It is a dump.
It isn't.
And we've all been there. It is a dump.
Yeah, right. Crap. I can't think of the name of the other one.
Ah,
It's Peterson
too much time. Schriever Air Force Base,
and
Colorado.
Schriever Air Force Base.
That's right. All right.
Man,
well
what
on
a
our
nice
way.
place.
We're well on our way to a 0-0 tie here. Question two for the Air Force. Army helicopters are named after Indian tribes. Name 4 Indian names for Army helicopters.
Blackhawk.
Apache, Chinook.
Kiowa.
Holy, well
shit,
done.
You pulled out Kiowa.
Wow.
Whoa. Well, one for
That's
the
an
Air
old Stinger
Force.
troop. I'm an old Stinger troop. You
Oh,
had to know
that's
what
right.
you-
Yeah, that's right. I guess so.
That dude is sitting in Kiowa, Colorado right now broadcasting.
That's perfect. Question 2 for the Army. What are the names for the F-16, F-15, F-22, and the A-10?
The A-10 is the Warthog. The F-22 is the Raptor. The F-15 Tomcat? Is it the Tomcat?
No, that's Navy.
Help me out here, one shot.
I got A-10 Warhog, and that was it.
Oh, shit. I thought you guys would know it. No close air support. You guys
F-15.
calling it?
Yeah, the A-10.
Well, you got one right. F-15 Eagle, right? F-16 Falcon, F-22.
14.
Oh, you got the Raptor right. You got 2 right, right?
They got 2.
Yeah.
they got
But the A-10 is the Thunderbolt, actually.
A-10 is the Warthog, bro.
That's
No,
a
it's
Thunderbolt
actually
2,
the machine gun
actually.
that's on it. It's called the Warthog, but
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the
really?
nickname of the Warthog, yeah.
That's just one of the nicknames we give to the Air Force.
That's right. Wow, the Air Force pulled in the lead by 1.
woo!
Here's gonna
Huge surprise. The Air Force is smarter. Wow.
Yeah,
Who couldn't
well,
see that one coming?
here's gonna separate both of y'all. All right. Question 3 for the Air Force. What rank is an E8 in the Army?
All right, let me think about that for a minute.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
You have 30 seconds. 10 of those are gone.
Master Sergeant or Sergeant Major?
Well,
No, Master Sergeant. I go Master Sergeant.
what's your answer?
Master Sergeant?
It is
What do you
Master
think, Jim?
Sergeant.
Master
It
Sergeant?
is Master Sergeant. I'll give you that.
You only know that because you watched Sergeant Bilko like a week ago.
No, it was Sergeant Holka, the big toe.
He was a
That's
sergeant
Sergeant
first
Bilko, I mean,
class. He was
Master
he's
Sergeant.
an E7.
Sergeant Bilko is one of the most accurate Army movies ever made.
Sergeant Bilko. God. All right. Question 3 for the Army. What rank is an E7 in the Air Force?
Shenanigans. Come on.
Well, so an E5 is a staff sergeant. An E6 is a tech sergeant. So an E7 is a raging homosexual.
Close.
I don't feel raging.
Same. It's the only crossover we have.
It's
isn't it?
the same. It's just
Is
the
it
Air
really?
Force. Yeah, it's the same. It's a Master Sergeant as well.
I come back to my ballerina comment.
Air Force mastered it earlier.
But that's because when they did Air Force rank, they were like little brother, right? Air Force was little brother. Like, we got to get it sooner. We got to get it sooner. All right, let's do it this way. This last question, and you probably all ran across it. The winner of this question takes the championship. Okay, throw the scores out. This is your toss-up question. And when you know it, so I'm throwing it out to all of you. When you know it, shout out your branch so I know
Where's
who
your
it
answer?
is. Right? Okay. All right. What is in the gold ball on top of military flagpoles?
Go ahead, Seth.
Okay,
45.
Army. What is
It's
it?
called a truck. The gold ball is called a truck, and
Right.
there is a 45 in.
There's two other
45,
things
a
in
razor
there.
blade, and a match.
Oh, Army pulls it out at the end. Look at that. They answered first. What can I say? They answered
You only
first.
have the pointy things on the top of our flagpole.
That was an
Those are
SQT question.
Pointy
You know that was an
things,
SQT
and he
question.
makes the hand motion.
I will say though, gentlemen, the Air Force did answer more questions about the Army, but the reason why is because God created the Army so all the other branches would have heroes to look up to and research about.
That's hard to argue. It's hard to argue.
Learned fact.
Right? You know.
I hope you guys feel good about yourselves beating up on two handicap guys.
Oh shit.
Real solid. Real good.
I don't feel bad at all. Sorry.
Not having hair is not a handicap. And if it is, they got you double. So
Yeah, right. Right.
Special event alert.
Gentlemen, how do you think the VA is doing? Money wise.
Perfect. As good as any government organization.
That's right. Well, they're not doing good. They're not doing good. So
I am lost for words. With
this story is from military.com. Due to misplaced spending in fiscal year 2022, the VA lost more. And I know you've seen the article, but act like you haven't seen the article. Right? So what would you have guessed if I had told you, hey, the VA lost some money in 2022? Can you tell me about how much you think they lost?
I would have thought 100,000 at the most.
Oh, I would have said like 100 million. Right?
I wouldn't have even did that. I'm like,
yeah, right.
That
Right.
shit.
Well,
Yeah.
according to this Inspector General report, they lost $3.5 billion.
God.
And that's actually better than the previous years. That's what
Yeah.
blows me away. So
That
I
number's
finished that
astronomical.
article.
it's crazy.
That article, Marty, that you sent out,
Yeah.
man, the whole ending section of it, I was just so disappointed.
Oh,
man.
When it breaks down like, hey, in
Right.
2022,
Right.
we lost 180 billion. I'm like, oh my
you get through the article and it lets those people at the VA go, look how good we're doing.
Yes.
yes.
We didn't lose
That's-
nearly as much as we've lost in the past couple of years.
That's what blew my mind. I was like astonished by the
Right.
initial 3-point-something billion.
So
And then I read the rest of the article and they're like, actually, they're doing really good.
really good compared to 2 years ago.
You know, with the 3 years that they've lost money, we could cover our debt ceiling and reduce the national debt by
Or we could give more weapons to Ukraine.
10 billion.
Come
Yes.
on, Eric.
All of
Think a
the
little
above.
globally, would you?
Oh
All of
man.
the above.
Well, here you go, Eric. Here's why the VA is doing better. Right?
Okay.
So the $3.5 billion for 2022 is actually significantly lower than the $11.37 billion in losses reported in fiscal 2020.
Wow.
They lost
Come on.
$11 billion in 2020.
Here's the thing. Here's what's ridiculous. We're like 11 billion. We just automatically dropped the 370 million by rounding it up. We're like 370 million is not a big deal. Just 11 billion.
Yeah.
Like,
Unbelievable.
that's an insane
That's right.
number.
That's right. You're right. They hit 11,370,000,000. That's the actual number when you
So
say it out that right.
insane.
Nobody would have answered your question, Marty,
No,
about
I
how much do you think?
wouldn't have thought.
$11 billion, I think.
Well, how much do you think they lost in fiscal year 2021? If they lost 11 billion in 2020, fiscal year 2021, they only lost 5 billion.
Oh, that's they
What a
cut it by over
letdown.
50%.
They're improving, see? So they went from
11 billion a couple years ago to 5 billion in 21. Now it's 3.5 billion in 2022.
Such a letdown.
It's just baby steps.
God.
And that's a 70% improvement rate, though. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, somebody's getting an award for that.
Can
It's
we
still-
actually
it's
hear
still
ourselves
$3
justifying
billion.
that? God, come on. We're going to promote that guy. He only lost $3 billion.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
$3 billion.
that's what his MSM is going to say.
That's a huge improvement. He took us from 11 billion in mismanagement
Down to
Oh.
3.5 billion in mismanagement.
What
in
an
3
organization
years.
this guy runs, man. That's amazing.
3 years. I mean, it is an impressive cut, but it's still a ridiculous amount of money
It's still
being siphoned off or lost.
an amazing amount of ineptitude.
Special event alert.
So we all know some celebrities who've been in the military.
Yep.
But this game is you have to guess, or I'm going to show you the celebrity and you tell me the branch that they went into. All right?
Done.
The branch that they went into. So the first one's pretty easy. I give you a little
Army.
I give you a little gimme with Elvis, right?
Army.
Hey, Marty,
Yeah.
if we're gonna do this, you might want to hide the whole lower half that said drafted into the Army in 1957.
Yeah.
That's the only reason Eric got it.
I know.
Oh shit, Army.
Because I had to play the slideshow.
This was
Now-
the gimme, though.
Now
He said
we're
it
in the
was a gimme.
slideshow. All right.
Okay.
So
Here we
Elvis
go.
Presley went into the Army. Look at that graphic. Isn't it nice? And it slams down. All right. Rob Riggle.
Oh,
You
he
see
was a
Rob
Marine.
Riggle? Yeah, he was a
Army.
Marine, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, Eric.
I thought Army.
One for Jake. All right. Rob Riggle, Marines.
By the way, it's not changing on mine. I still got Elvis.
Yeah,
What the
because
hell?
you're cheating, Eric. That's
I'm not
fine.
cheating. I'm looking at Elvis. It's not.
It's
moving.
not. Oh, my screen is paused. What is that?
That's
Why is it-
fine, Marty. Don't let Eric cheat.
Why is it
Let's
saying
see.
my
Just keep-
screen is paused?
Keep
Jake? My
keep
feelings are
going
hurt.
one slide behind. Rob Riggle, Marine.
My feelings are hurt.
Adam Driver. Do you know who Adam Driver is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
guy
think-
who played in the Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
He was a Marine too, I think.
He was a Marine too.
Okay, Marine.
Yeah.
I'm going to give 2 points to Jake. No points to you, Eric.
Okay. Is it like a buzzer?
worry.
I need a
Don't
buzzer.
worry, Eric.
I
It'll all
will-
go downhill from there.
I will wait until your guess. But Adam Driver joined the Marines after the September 11th, 2001 attacks. He was medically discharged after 2 years of service. Yeah, so.
Nice.
All right, Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
Vietnam, probably. Army.
Army.
And you're both wrong. He was Air Force.
Ooh.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, Air Force. Joined in 1955. He served as a radar tech and realized that flying in the Air Force was not for him, so he left the military almost 4 years later.
That old velvet.
No
tongued
points
rascal.
awarded.
Man.
MC Hammer.
Ooh.
I'm going Navy.
Oh man. I'll go Army.
Eric is right with Navy.
It just sounded right.
Stanley Kirk Burrell, MC Hammer, joined in 1979 and served as an aviation storekeeper, third class until 1983 when he left.
Nice.
So 1 for Eric, 2 for Jake.
Baggy pants.
All right, you
MC
should.
Hammer.
I think you guys should know this one. Drew Carey. You know comedian Drew
Oh,
Carey?
I think he was Marine also, wasn't he?
I think
I'm
Marine
going
too.
Marine.
I will too.
All right, he was Marines.
Yeah.
So, Carey
I know my
enlisted-
Marines.
Eric Carey enlisted in the United States Marine Corps Reserve in 1980 and served for 6 years as a field radio operator in the 25th Marine Regiment in Ohio.
Good to see that, man.
All right,
Good
so
to see
3 to 2. Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
Older guy.
Army.
Older guy.
I'm just talking about going back. I'm looking at
What's
old,
going
you know?
on, Eric? What's
Talking
going
about what's
on?
going talking about what's
Eric?
going on. You know what? Marvin Gaye had to be in the Army.
Did you both say the Army?
Yep.
And you're both wrong.
Oh,
Air Force.
Damn.
He was
really?
drafted in the United States Air Force in 1956. He served as a basic airman and worked as an aerial gunner on the KC-97 Stratofreighter aircraft.
And then moved to the B-36 because it was a badass bomber.
No, he did not.
No, he did not.
No points awarded.
Hey, how come we don't know? Like, we have to learn about all these other BS people that were in the Air Force. We don't know about cool people that were in the Air Force.
I know. Morgan Freeman.
Where's the Air Force?
Marvin Gaye.
Okay,
Yeah.
before you even get there, the one that I know because he was a cop, Chuck Norris, Air Force.
We're not there yet.
No.
Yes,
Stop.
I'm telling you,
Stop.
he was
Yeah.
Air Force cop.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Lawrence Turiod is his real name.
I'm hard strung between Marine or Army.
I'm
I'll
going
go-
Navy.
I'm going Army.
He was in the Army.
Oh,
He
I don't
enlisted
know.
in 1975 and he was an MP.
Oh, nice.
oh,
Yeah.
Mohawk.
I gotta go different from Eric.
All
That's it.
right.
We
So
can't
we're
just
tied.
do-
We're tied up 3-3.
Yep.
And I'm not going to read Chuck Norris because you blurted it out already.
Oh,
Thanks,
well,
Eric.
I knew that one because that's big Air Force cop talk.
Yeah, he was
And
an
you
air.
have
He
the
joined
tattoo to
in
prove it.
air policeman in 1958 and is sent to Osan.
Yeah.
All right.
Eric's got Chuck's signature right here,
I tattooed it.
right above my left cheek.
I tattooed it.
All right. James Earl Jones.
Oh,
So
another
good
velvet
movie.
voice.
Gardens of the Stone.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones was in that. So I'm going to go Army because he was Army in that movie with James Caan.
Well, he was Navy in Hunt for Red October.
Oh, that's true. I'm sticking
I'm
with
going
Army.
Navy.
You're going Navy? He was in
Yep.
the Army.
Ooh.
Now listen
So-
to this one. This
Wait,
is
wait,
pretty
wait.
cool.
James
What?
Caan tells him, sometimes the bear eats you, sometimes you eat the bear. From the movie.
Oh my God. Evidently, that was a big moment in your.
You got to check that movie out, man. Gardens of the
I've
Stone.
seen that.
You didn't like it? Good movie.
That was all right.
Okay.
He attended Michigan and was in the ROTC. After graduating in 1955, he was sent to Fort Benning, Georgia, for the officer's basic course, and he completed Ranger School.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
I mean, think about that. 1955, black guy going through Ranger School. That's pretty bad.
That's pretty cool, man.
Badass. Yeah.
And he was assigned to the 38th Regimental Combat Team, where he led the setup of a cold weather training command at Camp Hale near Leadville, Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah, and then he got out.
A little more respect for that guy. Nice.
All right, Eric, you are in the lead, 4-3. Jimmy
Jake
Stewart.
Air Force. I knew that right
Yeah.
off the bat.
Air Force.
Well, you're both wrong. It's Army Air Corps.
Oh, come on.
Drafted during World War
Right.
II, he enlisted in the Army Air Corps, was eventually assigned to a unit overseas. He rose quickly in the ranks, eventually flying lead in a bombardment squadron in 1943. Later in the Army Reserves, he participated in a bombing mission in the Vietnam War. He didn't officially retire from the Army until 1968, when
Damn, I didn't know he was in that long. Wow.
he was promoted to a 2-star general. I
Is
didn't
this
know
like
that.
the Navy promotion?
Tombstone. Yeah.
No, this was a legit. I think he stayed all the way in until he was a general. I didn't know he was a general.
And he flew an actual bombing mission. Is that what it said?
That's what
Actual?
it says. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I thought he was more like, war bonds,
All right.
advertising kind of stuff.
All right. 5-4. I'll give you points on that. Charles Bronson.
Oh,
Had no idea.
I'm going Army.
I'll go Navy. I think I can see him with that little white hat on.
He was in
He looks stellar in a white hat.
He was in the Army Air Corps.
Oh,
1943, he enlisted and became
half a point.
He became a tail gunner on a B-29. Upon discharge, he received a Purple Heart. So no points awarded.
What? I got half a point.
No, you did not.
I said Army.
Then you should have got half a point when you said Air Force and it was Army Air Corps before.
That's probably valid too.
5-4, Eric leads. Bob Barker.
Oh, Bob. He looks like an old. He seems like a seaman if I've ever seen one.
A swabby.
He is a ladies' man. He was always kissing and smoozing on all the ladies.
What do you say, Eric?
So, man, I don't know. I'm going to go Air Force.
Bob Barker in the Navy.
In the Navy.
He joined the Navy Reserve in 43. He became active as a cadet, and he trained at 8 different wartime locations and flew 8 different airplanes.
We can see your screen now, Marty. Oh, there.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Just making sure.
That's why I took it off. So I'm going
integrity.
Back. I'm switching
like
slides.
Third or something.
Jake, you got that right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're tied up. 5-5.
Bob.
Ernest Borgnine.
I gotta be honest. I know the name, but I got nothing.
So think about the first Poseidon Adventure movie.
Poseidon Adventure. Yeah, Poseidon Adventure.
Flipped over, Gene Hackman. God damn it. My dad much older? I guess I am.
Yeah, no, I remember Poseidon Adventure. You never saw the original
Is that the
Poseidon
one,
Adventure?
Is that the one where they took the aircraft carrier back in time?
No.
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 That's the final countdown.
Close.
I'm going to go Navy for Ernest Borgnine because
I'll go Army.
He did a lot of Navy movies.
That's true.
Okay.
He was in the Navy.
Oh, Ernest.
Joined in 1935, discharged in 1941, but then went back in after Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Badass. Served 10 years total.
There you go.
I thought for sure you would know who he was, Jake.
I knew the name, but I.
All right. You said name. Oh, you're in the lead now, Eric, right?
No, we're tied.
Oh, you're tied back again? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming down to it. Chris Christopherson. Do you know Chris Christopherson?
Singer, actor, did the vampire movies.
Yeah, he was in Blade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So he's older. I don't think he goes back. I'm going to go Air Force. Army. I was going to say Army Air Corps, but I don't think he goes that far back.
Oh, he's not that old now.
Yeah, he's not that old. He's still alive too. So
I'll go Navy.
Oh, you both
I get some Navy vibes. Oh,
Army, really?
Yeah, he joined in 1960. He earned his Ranger tab, and then became a helicopter pilot.
I would have never thought he was in the Army.
I was like,
damn it, he looks like a badass, man.
Yeah,
that's a heck of a profile right there.
Yeah, look at that Ranger tab right there.
Yeah,
nice.
Eric, how you feel about that hairline? Oh, Chris,
he's got me there, baby.
Got me there too.
All right, last one. This is the tiebreaker. You remember the Golden Girls?
I do.
You've seen the Golden Girls, right, Jake?
B. Betty.
Arthur.
What about the grandma? Oh, that's not
not the grandma.
Oh,
she was. Wasn't she Maud?
She was Maud too. Yeah, she was Maud too. Right.
B.
Arthur
is a hardcore old bag.
Yeah.
That was in the Marine Corps.
Oh.
Yeah, she's badass. So I'm gonna go with Jake. Marine.
All right.
Marines.
Yeah.
B. Arthur was in the Marines on February 18, 1943. She spent 1944 and 45 at U.S. Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, North Carolina, where she worked as a driver and a dispatcher.
And she reached the rank of staff sergeant.
You look pretty good to Marine.
Well, that's pretty
Marty?
good. You guys tied on the
Marty.
celebrity. What?
There was another golden girl that was in the military.
She wasn't really in the military. You're talking about Betty White.
Yes.
But she wasn't in the military. She was in like
She
an
was
auxiliary.
in the army.
Not really.
Oh, are you saying the Wasps are an auxiliary or
Not
something?
really.
What
branch?
They're an
What branch are
auxiliary.
they then?
Army Air Corps.
Army Air Corps. The Wasps were, but
Yep.
Eddie White was in the army.
She wasn't really in it.
Oh,
Well,
She didn't do any push-ups. She just did a lot of bake sales.
oh, I've seen early Betty. There was something pushed up.
Oh yeah.
Betty was looking all right back then. I'm
Mhm.
telling you. Anyway, our epic battle ends in a tie. Well done, gentlemen.
Special event alert.
And so I've gone out to military auction sites, and you can get some pretty good deals sometimes, right? It's almost like police auctions. You can get some pretty good deals on police auctions.
Tactical gear, stuff like that. Yeah.
So once again, we are going to. You guys are going to play a game.
Of
Yeah,
course
I'm
we
gonna-
are.
I'm going to administer the game. So we're going to go out, and these are items I've taken off of the military auction sites. All right. And I'll post those in the video when we do it. But you guys have to decide between the two items that I show, which one sold for more. So they're both similar. I've taken the time to compare these items, and they both sold for a similar amount, but you got to decide which one is more. All right.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
So for those of you at home, and I'll put this on the video, the first two items are 93 bayonet knives with scabbards. And if you didn't know that you could outfit,
And they're modern. They're modern.
right?
Yeah, because they're like in desert
'cause they're
scabbards,
tan.
right?
Yeah, exactly. They're tan
Right,
and
right.
brown. Yeah.
So if you didn't know that you could outfit a small militia by going through military auctions, now you know.
Yeah.
So this auction item was 93 bayonet knives versus 92 World War II steel pot helmets.
The more, oh man, I don't know.
Which one sold for more?
There's a historical value to the helmets, but then there's also like a pointy cutty value
To the knives.
to the knives.
I am going to go helmets because I can't figure out what the hell you would do with them. So it's got to cost more.
All right, so
I'm-
Eric goes with helmets.
You know what? I'm going against the American value of history and going straight up cutty pointy bayonets.
And the winner is
Oh,
the bayonets
$15.
by $15.
Are
So
you sitting me?
The 93 bayonets sold for $4,015, and the 92 World War II steel pot helmets sold for $4,000.
It was going to be
Hold on,
$4,000 for those helmets.
Hold on.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
excited about this.
Okay.
Oh, the helmet.
231 Flyers helmet bags plus 120 duffel bags. That's all in one lot. Versus 12 high gear impact reduction suits. So I think those
I
are.
don't even know what that is.
I
What the hell is that?
saw it. There's a picture of them, and it looks like it's kind of like the anti-riot suit
Yeah.
or riot suit.
So
It looks like
pads,
riot
elbow
gear.
pads.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like the pads a trainer would wear
Right.
to
Right.
block some MMA
Exactly.
training, like
Like
to
a red
practice on
man.
that.
Like a red
Yeah,
man.
like
Yeah,
a red man.
Yep.
Like
yeah.
a red man. So you get 12 full sets of that, or
Eric, you picked first last time.
a
So
whole
we'll rotate.
shitload of bags.
I'm going bags.
Just because it's funny. All right, I'll still take the impact. I'll take
have
the
to
impact.
take.
here.
You have to.
I'll-
you
I'll
have
have-
to.
I'll take
We're,
the
we're
impact.
rotating back and forth.
I got you.
All right,
Okay.
All right. You are doing opposite this time.
Yeah.
And the
Hey!
impact wins by $20.
Seriously.
So
20
the
bucks.
350 different bags sold for $43.05.
Well, you need that many bags to put 92 helmets in.
Apparently.
Jesus Christ.
The 12 riot gear things sold for $43.25.
Wow.
So we're tied up, locked up at 1-1.
You want the math on that riot gear?
I don't want the math. Don't do the math. All right, here's the next items.
Oh, look at
$360.
So you got a pallet of MREs, essentially. All right. I don't know how many they are. I don't know. I know there's other ones that sold, but I realized I didn't know how many there were. But it's a pallet.
those even look different from when I
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
I agree.
Different.
Or 85 pairs of snowshoes.
All smalls.
Nope, that wasn't specified. But yes, you are right.
You have your choice from size 6 to size 17. Nothing in the between. So
nothing in between.
MSR snowshoes.
So a pallet of MREs or 85 pairs of snowshoes.
I'm gonna go MREs. Food.
Oh man.
Necessity. Food.
85
pairs.
Yeah, I like my snowshoes though. I'll take my snowshoes.
All right.
Snowshoes
wins.
This proves that when we have the opportunity, we always choose the lesser value.
So the
The one that
MREs
doesn't get a choice.
The pallet of MREs sold for $2,000. 85 pairs of snowshoes sold for $2,060.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Next.
Here
three iRobot tactical robots. Or one 2016 Polaris Ranger 4x4 ATV.
Okay.
And I chose that because that looks like what we shuttled in. It's not a Razor, but it looks like
you
what
got to
we
wear a
shuttled
bicycle
back
helmet. You
That's
have
right.
to wear a bicycle helmet.
Got to wear the bicycle helmet, right?
Right.
So 3 iRobot PackBot tactical robots.
Do they have flamethrowers on them?
No flamethrowers.
Oh, man.
But you could easily mount that, I think.
This looks like a Pinchy and Pokey Claw. That's all it looks like.
It does. Yeah.
This one's
you
yours.
Got three of
Okay.
them. You got 3 of them. So you got your own little fire team going.
First of all, I'm kind of nervous about whoever bought those 3 tactical robots
They're
in
selling a lot of
Chambersburg,
robots, right?
Pennsylvania. What do you got to do in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania that you're like, you know what I need? 3 tactical robots.
That's perfect. Nobody's getting near my property now.
Is there a bank in Chambersburg?
Or a Polaris Ranger. In Austin, Texas, though. Polaris Ranger in Austin, Texas.
That makes sense.
4x4 ATV?
I'm going ridiculous. I'm going straight robots.
Robots.
You know why you're wrong in this instance?
Oh.
You want to know why you're wrong?
I want
because the Ranger in Texas is is needed.
Oh, that's value. Yeah.
The
location is value added.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
3 tactical robots are just for fun. That Ranger, somebody said, I need that someday.
On those million-acre ranches.
That's pretty good.
More for it. Yeah.
All right, I'm sticking with robots.
Oh, the robots!
Oh, in your face! That was pure ridiculous back there.
Unbelievable!
You know, everyone in Texas knows the value of a 4-seater Polaris. They're like, they're like, it's mil spec, and they're like, that doesn't impress me.
Mil spec.
Mil spec. Who cares?
So the Polaris sold for $5,000. The robot sold for $5,300.
Yeah. There's been a bored cop with a random fucking bayonet just carving shit in the handle of this.
Oh God.
So we got a 1993 deuce and a half.
Ooh. All right.
Wow.
Or a 2013 pontoon boat.
How is that a military item?
Probably MWR or something like that.
Yeah, MWR. Pontoon boat in Missouri, the land of 10,000 lakes.
Lakes, yeah.
That's Minnesota.
Either
not
way,
Missouri.
The
That's
Ozarks.
the
have them.
Ozarks.
The Ozarks, yeah.
I agree, but 10,000 Lakes, I think that's Minnesota.
All
I
right.
don't even care. That whole region means no offense to well, no. Full offense to them. It means nothing to me.
Hey, does the deuce and a half run? I gotta know.
It says it
I know,
runs.
and you
Yeah,
don't
it
even
says
you
it
don't get to
runs.
know.
All
Yeah,
right,
it says it
I'm
runs.
gonna go.
It's in Maryland.
I'm going M35 A2 deuce and a half all the way.
Oh, you're taking the deuce.
I'm
Okay.
taking the truck, man.
Oh, I'm
Taking
happy
the truck.
about this one. I'm
The
excited about
pontoon boat can't cost as much as the deuce and a half,
Oh,
man.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pontoon boat all the way, my friend.
Oh no!
that.
Are you serious?
The deuce and a half sold for
$500?
12,500.
Ah,
The pontoon boat sold for 13,000.
You
That shit
know
is
how
just
many
wrong.
slightly buzzed, pissed off fucking Missourians were at that auction? They're like, oh,
Pontoon boat, get the pontoon boat. Got
I
a
can't
trailer.
believe that shit, man. They paid $13,000 for
Yep.
that pontoon. You could go buy a brand new one somewhere for
You
10.
know why it was so much, Eric?
I have no idea, Jake.
That's the exact model featured in the movie or the show Ozarks.
All
Bumped
right.
up the value.
With Jason
I'll buy
Bateman.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll buy it.
All right,
Whatever.
last one.
I have no idea.
So you got
Just
2012.
the trailer, though.
You got a 2012 Humvee 4-door hardtop with slant back versus a
In Georgia.
1999 rib boat with trailer, like the Navy SEALs use, right?
In Santa Clarita,
Yeah,
California.
Yeah.
So right there on the ocean.
Well, so far up to now, that location doesn't mean shit.
No, it does not. What are you talking about?
It didn't
You
mean
think
shit.
not a son of a bitch.
If it did,
any
my
son of a
freaking-
bitch in Georgia would choose
You're letting Jake
a
use like
fucking
a mind
Humvee
control trick on you.
It's
over
working
a
too.
rib boat trailer.
No.
Look at that. Which one's red and which one's blue state too? Who's more option to freaking go to-
California, the boat.
Yeah, fair.
No way. You think there's more military reps or people going to military auctions in California?
It's a good looking Humvee though.
There's a lot.
It is a good looking Humvee.
Got the extended
Not
air intake, you know.
Does
If
not
my
include
deuce and a
doors.
half can't be more than that pontoon boat, that Hummer can't be more than that boat and trailer. But
Does
it's
it
not my
include
pick.
doors, Marty?
What? Who picked what? Who picked
The
what?
picture doesn't
Jake
have
is
doors.
picking this time.
Oh, it's me? I thought
Yeah.
I was talking all that shit just to
It's
try to dissuade you.
It's you.
I'm going Humvee.
I'll take the boat, man.
This
It's
might
gotta
be
be
a
the boat and
horrible
trailer.
life choice, but I'm going Humvee.
Oh my God!
Way off.
Can you believe
Way
that?
off.
The Humvee sold for $37,300. The rib boat sold for $50,100.
With trailer.
Yeah, with trailer. And
I'd like to see the boat.
50K?
Kind of
fuck
safe.
these all up.
But you're only going to pay what, 23,000 for the freaking deuce and a half, man? Come on.
It's
What
not
would that
over,
rib boat
man.
cost in Georgia? Rib boat and trailer, $15K in Georgia.
There it is. It's not even 20. It's $12,000 for the freaking deuce and a half, man.
yeah, that's
You
somebody
should get one, Eric.
I want one.
Special event alert.
Did you know Monday, August 7th? Did you realize Monday was National Purple Heart Day? I didn't know that.
Nice.
I
didn't
did not.
realize it.
Didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't either. So it's for everyone who's been killed or wounded in combat. So National Purple Heart Day was Monday. Well, you tell me if this next story could possibly qualify for a Purple Heart. So
Eric does love a good qualification for more medal story.
so
Yes, I do.
from foxnews.com, there was a lot of people that ran this story, but Fox News had the best one. An Arizona woman was arrested after allegedly pouring bleach in her Air Force husband's coffee. An Air Force woman is accused of attempting to poison her husband, who is in the Air Force, by pouring bleach into his coffee. Melody Felicano Johnson, who's 39, was arrested and charged with attempted first-degree murder aggravated assault, and adding harmful substances to food, drink, or medicine. Wow, I didn't even know that was
separate charge, right?
Yeah. She's currently being held on a $250,000 bond. Well, Melody and her husband Roby, they have a child together, and they were stationed in Germany. So Roby began to notice at one point, Roby began to notice his coffee tasted bad or tasted odd while he was drinking a cup. Back in March, he drank the coffee for 2 or 3 weeks before he purchased some pool testing strips. I don't know why it says pool testing strips.
He's testing the pH.
It should be just like water
pH level,
right?
He's testing the pH level in his coffee.
Oh
so
my
he
god!
wanted to determine what was wrong with it. Okay, I'm with him. So first he tested the tap water. I would have done the same.
You know what's funny though? Is somebody from work was like, "She fucking poisoning you, dude." He's coming in. He's always drinking a second and third cup at work, and they're like, "Why the hell are you drinking so much coffee at work?" Yeah, taste this coffee. It doesn't taste good. He's trying to kill you.
Just take a thermos with him to work and let us buddies.
Yeah, dude.
I wonder if he actually made that joke.
Oh my god!
My wife's busting my balls. She's probably gonna poison me or something like that.
Like coffee tastes funny.
Oh.
So first he tested the tap water at home, right? That makes sense. I would have done the same thing, and that came back normal. But after conducting the test on his coffee, why would you think to put it in your coffee? I don't know why.
Well, because he thought it was tasty.
I guess so. He discovered the drink contained high levels of chlorine. Roby pretended to drink the coffee while stationed in Germany and waited until the family moved back to Tucson, Arizona this summer to alert authorities because he didn't want to report his findings in Europe. Probably a smart move. Because then you got international stuff. You got,
how many months was he just freaking spitting coffee into a plant?
I know, throwing it over his shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Is she sitting there watching him? Drink your coffee, honey. Come on.
It's good for you.
Really? He's throwing it over his shoulder. Ah, damn it! I spilled it again. That's the 7th time this week. So it started in March. So PCS is back. They go to Davis Monthan, right, in Arizona, in late June. So when they got there, he was in temporary housing, and Roby decided to set up a camera.
Ooh.
Right. So he set up a camera to observe his wife's behavior. And the camera allegedly captured her pouring bleach into his coffee on July 6th. So March to July now. He filed
5 months now.
Right.
5 months of her constantly poisoning his coffee and him dumping it down the sink.
Figured out a way to get rid of it.
Now, do you think after a couple months she's running back to the internet? It's like, God damn it, I'm doing everything they're saying. I don't understand
by now.
How do you get bleach poisoning symptoms?
He should be dead now.
What is with this guy?
Private browser.
On July 6th, he filed a report with the Tucson Police Department, but police did not follow up because the video did not clearly show what liquid his wife was pouring into his drink.
Oh, my goodness.
So this prompted Roby to set up a second camera disguised as a fire alarm. After the family moved into their permanent home. So he's going from March. He PCSs from Germany. They're in temporary housing. He moves into their permanent home. I wish they would. I wish this wasn't a civilian news place. I wish this was more of a military story. So, like, was he on base? Was he, was he off base?
Yeah.
What was it?
Either way.
So he moves into his permanent home. He sets up a second camera disguised as a fire alarm into that home. Roby returned to the police department on July 18th to provide additional video evidence, and the new footage allegedly showed his wife pouring bleach into the coffee machine before brewing. Melody was then detained. When police searched the home, they found that the coffee machine smelled like bleach. Officers also discovered a small container inside her personal bathroom that they said could have contained bleach. The couple had separate bedrooms and bathrooms.
That brings up a good point. How was she describing this? Hiding the smell from the coffee.
Bleach is pretty distinctive.
Yeah.
And you warming it up?
Yeah.
You're
Like
cooking
it's warm. You're cooking it and it's warming up, boiling through a coffee filter.
I mean, if you have a pool on a hot summer day, you go to a public pool, you're like, God damn, they put a lot of chlorine into this damn thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Dude.
Johnson is in jail on $250,000 bond. A high bail amount was requested because she recently purchased a home in the Philippines, which is where her family lives. Court documents said
pull a runner.
Roby believes she tried to kill him to collect his death benefits.
Nice.
So, Purple Heart?
I don't think murder. I don't think murder.
He was definitely damaged, right? That's combat at home.
Yeah, but he probably never emptied the trash on time. So.
Took it out.
I would love to hear a follow-up on that story, man. I watched it. I knew what rank he was or what job he did.
That is crazy.
But he's out of Davis-Monthan, home of the A-10s, right?
Yeah.
They have a squadron of A-10s out there.
Special event alert.
All right, this one, Army Chief Warrant Officer 5 receives a Soldier's Medal for saving people from a house fire. Now, this kind of starts off tame, but give it a second. It's awesome. On October 9th, last year, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Nigel Hubscher, and his family were returning from a trip when they saw a burning home in Bonifay, Florida. You know where Bonifay is, Eric?
I do. I've heard of it.
Years of Army training instantly kicked in for Hubscher, who ran towards the danger as his wife, Devi, called 911. In a matter of seconds, he helped 2 people escape the burning home before it was totally consumed by the fire. Hubscher wasted no time after he saw flames coming from the home. He jumped a locked gate to get to the home, where an elderly woman who looked confused came to the door. Hubscher helped her get away from the house and then went inside. Once he was in the house, he found an elderly man sleeping in a bed. He woke the man and repeatedly explained the home was on fire, but the man appeared not to understand what was happening. Meanwhile, the smoke had become thick black and the outside of the home had become fully enveloped by flames. So Hubscher led the elderly man to the door, but when he saw the flames across the doorway, he turned to go back to his bedroom. Outside, Florida Air National Guard Major Bradley Vaughn was now on the scene after his family had seen the fire. Vaughn was a senior air defense officer at the 601st Air Ops Center at Tyndall. By this point, the blaze had worsened considerably, and Devi, the chief warrant officer's wife, was on the phone with the 911 operator, yelled to Vaughn that her husband was inside the burning home. Vaughn, the major, tried to get to the home, but the heat and flames were too intense. He also heard popping noises that sounded like ammunition exploding. That's what he's like, oh, shit. Suddenly, Hubscher shoved the elderly man through the flames, and the 2 men escaped to the front yard. Second later, the house exploded.
Wow.
Vaughn then helped the man get to a safe distance from the inferno. The man was treated for burns. Both he and the women Hubscher helped get out of the house survived. Army Major General Michael McCurry, commander of the U.S. Army Aviation Center of Excellence, described Hubscher during Monday's awards ceremony as a hero that's living among us today. So he was awarded the Soldier's Medal on August 7th, 2023.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
That's awesome. I mean, the fact that a warrant officer is even seen getting anything in uniform is even incredible. So it's 2 feats right there: the Soldier's Medal and a W5, a CW5.
Well, they didn't mention that the chief got out of the car and first looked around for anybody that he could task to go into the house. He couldn't find anybody. He's like, fuck, I got to do it myself.
I heard some inside sources that he was. I think some sources were saying that he was using his large mug of coffee to keep the. That's why he didn't get burned as much. That's why he didn't sustain any injuries, because he was throwing coffee at the fire too.
His hands were so calloused from years of carrying a hot cup.
Exactly.
So he was burn proof at that point.
He was good.
He was good.
Throwing some Cafe Bustelo on somebody will definitely keep the flames down.
Special event alert.
Okay, so look, for a while there, the Air Force did like a public relations campaign with spouses and dependents.
Yeah.
And you could actually sign up and get the Air Force to send you a Air Force Wings pin, and then it had a P above the star in between the wings for parent, and an S above it for spouse. And as a joke, I was like, I thought it was ridiculous and a joke. So I signed my mom up for it. She called me so excited. So look what I got from the Air Force today. It's a parent. It was a parent. It was a square or like rounded corner square pin with Air Force wings on it and a P above it.
Wow.
Really?
Man, I had no idea that stuff works. Like, my mom was jazzed about that.
Really?
Yeah, it made me think lower of all the men in her life. But if that stupid pin could get her all pumped up, I'm like, all right, the bar is very low, obviously.
I am amazed that the politicians that expend time and money to come up with a bill that has no purpose other than here's a piece of paper. And
that's the thing. They spent our time and our money doing this.
Nothing.
They could have been cutting out other bullshit instead.
Homelessness. Oh, I'm sorry. Unhoused, not homeless. Unhoused now, according to Colorado. Unhoused.
Yeah, see?
Yes. Look at that.
Air Force parent lapel pin.
No shit. That's cool,
$8.99.
man. I'm going to give my mom one of those.
They sent it to her for free with a certificate.
How did you do that?
It was way back in the day. It was an outreach thing that they did.
So at least I could go find one now, buy it, huh?
I'll share the link to that pin in the description. So,
hell, it's probably too late for me.
Well, you can get it for $9.
That's what I mean. She's gonna go. Eric, you've been out 20 years now. Who gives a shit?
They had an S pin or a spouse or a star pin. Instead of P, it had an S or a star. I can't remember.
They should have a DW pin for
divorce
wife.
I'd send her one too. I'd send her that. That'd be awesome.
Dependent spouse.
I love that.
Special event alert.
Okay, for the last round here, I bring you back to the Coast Guard. Right?
As usual, man.
I know.
Coasties.
I can only imagine, like, at the Coast Guard's Christmas party, they've got to have, like, best rescue award. Who nominates the, I got one. Right? They got to have stories coming out of there.
Yeah.
You know what, right?
They take care of business, man.
Well, here's one, too. And this one is from Fox 35 Orlando. A Florida man tried to travel to London by crossing the Atlantic Ocean in a hamster wheel.
Come on, man. You can't make this up.
I know. I think the easier thing to do is to watch the quick little news report on it, because it's better than what I could say. So stand by. Share. There we go.
35, a story about trying to walk on water in an unusual human-sized hamster wheel. Well, turns out he is at it again.
And he was reportedly stopped trying to make it to London. Fox 35.
I like it. He's at it again.
Good morning to you.
Three times
last time
he's
he
tried.
made headlines, his vessel was in Central Florida.
Yes, he was. He didn't make it to London either. The most recent attempt was a little more than a week ago. So the Coast Guard says they had to rescue 44-year-old Reza Bellucci 70 miles off the coast of Tybee Island in Georgia. He was seen running in this hamster wheel contraption. This is certainly not the first time we've reported on him. In the summer of 2021, Bellucci was encountered by Flagler County deputies when that hamster wheel washed ashore a little further north in St. Augustine. Witnesses made a call about the vessel. At the time, he told deputies he was raising money for charity and he was making his way to New York.
I'm out here with a giant sitting just inside water.
You're just inside of it?
Running.
So at the time the Coast Guard was contacted, Bellucci was not arrested. The Coast Guard saying he ignored an order outlining safety conditions that he had to meet, as well as similar failed trip from South Florida in 2016 ended with a $10,000 civil penalty. His first recorded attempt was all the way back in 2014. So this has gone on for 9 years. I can tell you the Coast Guard is not laughing about this. They filed a criminal complaint against the unsafe voyage. According to that report, they said that he would take his own life if he was apprehended. They also said he had a bomb on board that was never found. Officials later admitted he did not have a bomb. He is now facing, as you can imagine, several federal charges this morning.
Genius. How many crayons did he eat before he did
Here's
that?
the thing, though. Who cares? Let him go.
I that's what I thought too.
It's a single person in a single craft. He's not killing anybody. He's not doing. Have at it, dude. We're not rescuing you.
So
you've received 2 warnings up to now.
We're not coming for you.
Go. If this is the way you want to go, sink or swim, literally.
The video didn't do it justice, and they were saying on August 26th, U.S. Coast Guard stopped Bellucci after spotting him on his homemade vessel approximately 70 miles east of Tybee Island.
Damn,
so he
it
made
worked
it
a little
70
bit.
miles, right?
If not more.
It was then that he told officials he was headed to London, which is like another 4,000 miles.
That's a hell of a walk there, buddy.
Coast Guard deemed his hamster wheel was unsafe for the voyage and ordered him to get into their boat. Authorities said Bellucci said he was armed with a 12-inch knife and would attempt to kill himself if officers tried to remove him from the wheel. For days.
Once again, go ahead. Have fun.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
We tried. We're wasting lots of resources.
Yep.
You guys have a fun time.
For days, Coast Guard officers tried to get Bellucci into the boat, and I guess he's just paddling along. At one point, officials said
he's walking going like this.
Yeah, it's like with his finger up.
Yeah. He reaches it past, like just outside the floaties.
Hey, Skip, he's flipping us off again. God damn it.
What's your name? Skip. Fuck you, Skip.
Oh my
why'd
God.
you give him my name, man?
Coast Guard said he displayed 2 knives and threatened to use a bomb to blow himself up along with the wheel. Officers believed his threat was valid because Bellucci was reportedly holding wires in his hand.
Genius.
He later told officers the bomb was not real. Just kidding, guys.
You got him. I got him.
This guy got any family?
Skip will
I don't
fall
know.
for anything.
But they encountered him on August 26th. On August 29th, officers were able to safely get Bellucci off the hamster wheel. He was brought to shore at the U.S. Coast Guard base in Miami Beach. And they alluded to this. The recent incident was not the first time he attempted to travel the ocean by running in what he calls his bubble. Back in 2014, he had to be rescued from a hydro bubble near St. Augustine. His second attempt was in 2016, where he had to be rescued from a hydropod off the coast of Jupiter, Florida. In the summer of 2021, Bellucci was encountered by Flagler County deputies when his hamster wheel washed ashore farther north in St. Augustine, Florida. At the time, he claimed he was raising money for charity.
Unbelievable. I'll give the guy, he's got spunk. He keeps trying.
Yeah.
Well, he's either got spunk or
how much was his fine though? You said like,
oh, I don't know. What did they say? $5,000 or something like that?
It was pretty hefty.
No, it was way higher than that.
It was 10 something.
Oh, is that what? Oh, I don't have it written down here, so the video must have said it. I don't know what they said.
Oh, damn it.
I'd go back and say it, but that's a lot. But this guy obviously has money. I mean, you're not doing that on a, living paycheck to paycheck. You're not out there unless you're just constantly going down to the docks and come running back with like 2 buoys, and I'm like, oh, I'm halfway.
Got him. I freaking got him.
It is crazy.
So, good luck. I wonder when his next attempt is going to be. But apparently this guy is a marathon. But still, that's 4,000 miles or whatever it is. I don't know if it's 4,000 miles. How far is it to London to Florida to London?
By water?
Yeah, by
it's
water.
Longer than a day's walk.
400 miles, maybe?
Whew.
I don't know. I got thrown off when I thought English Channel, and then I don't know. I got all confused. It's a long way.
Take the tram.
That's
buddy.
so ridiculous.
Yeah, take the boat.
But once again, like who? I don't know. Who cares?
I'm with you.
Like
it's almost
let him
like
go. Let him go.
You know, the guy on the boat was like, God, I wish you hadn't seen this guy.
Dude, day 2, you know there was somebody on the boat and it's like, just tease the shit out of him, drag him off that boat. Let's go.
I mean,
just
is
get
he humping it on the wheel? He's
Yeah,
looking
the
over
whole
to his right.
time.
He's like, 2 wires, baby, 2 wires.
And then random one of these.
It's an obscene.
The whole time.
It's obscene, man.
As he's going, what, a quarter of a mile an hour?
You know there was some junior enlisted like, sir, I could solve this problem.
Had
Just give
enough.
me
Or better yet, give me a
3
safety
feet.
pin. I'm gonna pop that fucking hamster wheel.
And that captain's like,
sink.
you got us into this mess. If you had just said you didn't see him, we wouldn't have been trailing him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Well, I
Yeah,
doubt
that's
that
awesome.
becomes the best rescue at their awards banquet for that one.
Oh, well, it's got to be in the running, though, right?
Does he
It's
get a
not the
punch
most
card or
adventurous.
something?
What's that?
Like how many? He's on rescue number 4 from the Coast Guard. Like he's got to get
That's
a
his
punch
fourth
card.
one. Yeah, that's his
Yeah.
fourth one.
Punch
Get a
card.
like fifth
We'll see you next year.
rescue.
We'll see you
Fifth
next
rescue,
year.
you get a freaking free like emergency blanket, those aluminum foil looking emergency blankets. Like, all right, here you go, Ross. Here's your emergency blanket.
You know, with those big cutters they got, why don't you just like throw a grappling hook on this thing? It's like, enough of this. Just tow his
Drag
ass
it
back
back.
into the shore.
Break it in, man.
He's tumbling as they're towing him back in. This will teach him.
Got him.
Oh, my
65
God.
miles to go, baby.
Hang on.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
tell
look-
me when he pukes for the 3rd time, then we'll slow down.
I just picture that because if any one of your kids or you had one of those hamsters and those balls and they go and you couldn't help but kick that ball across the floor a little bit just to see that hamster centripetal force it inside that ball, right?
Just a little kick.
Just a little bit, just faster than those little
Little
quarter-inch legs can go.
Oh,
That's the same thing they should do to this dude.
cruelty.
Special event alert.
Which of the following original 7 astronauts was the only one from the U.S. Marines? Alan Shepard, Gus Grissom, or John Glenn?
John Glenn.
Okay, Eric has
You
spoken.
said that all confident, huh?
Yeah, he does that. Right.
It still doesn't know shit. But if
Gus.
you might as well go.
I'm going Gus because that sounds very Marine-y.
You know what? Gus is definitely Marini. Let's go, Gus.
The answer is John Glenn.
Oh, you already knew the answer? Oh,
Well,
okay.
I've taken it and failed it. So, of the
Oh,
7
nice.
men chosen for the Mercury project,
Oh,
only
man.
John Glenn came from the U.S. Marines. You know how I knew it was John Glenn? Because even before
Mr. History?
before I answered it was in
Read.
no in The Right Stuff, right?
I'm smart, you
No.
dumb bastards.
Remember the movie The Right Stuff?
Yep.
Never watched it.
The guy who played John Glenn in The Right Stuff. God, what was that actor's name? Ed Harris. Ed Harris.
Oh,
right.
Solid military character. Yeah.
Guess what other character he played later in The Rock?
Oh yeah, he was
And
fantastic
what was he?
in The Rock.
He was a Marine general
Yep.
in The Rock.
He had the high and
Therefore,
tight down, man. That high
John
and
Glenn
tight.
was a Marine. That was my thought. See?
I am that old that I can go back that far and still remember. So,
All right, Eric. Eric leads this 4.
Eric's got he's up by 2.
Teapot
Huh?
has 2. Jake has 2. Eric has 4.
What does he win?
I don't know. Maybe the good conduct medal.
Special event alert.
Okay, so everybody got to get their guesses, and we're going to say them one at a time. All right.
Cool.
1 through or 0 through 100. So, what do you give Heartbreak Ridge on a critic score, not an audience score this time?
Oh,
Eric, what's your score?
For critics, it'll be 68.2.
We're not doing points.
Just let him do what he does and round up or down.
it's that range. 8. Dang it! You ruined the whole game, Eric.
68.
The turkey's
like
gonna
the
be
point,
dry
too.
because of you.
68, man. Critics' choice.
68 for Eric. Jake?
73.
Teapot
60.
Ooh,
and Mike.
43.
Ooh.
Just Price is Right rules.
Ooh.
Not-
No, it
$1.
can be it can be up or down. It's just how far away you are from the critic score.
Oh, okay.
And the critic score is
Ooh,
68.
68.
No
Wow.
way.
Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
Incredible.
Mike, you're
Audience
out.
score.
Oh,
Look at that audience score. Right?
Actually pretty close.
Yeah. Okay, next movie. It's an army movie.
That's 73. That's close.
The Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker. Oh.
Remember
Oh,
The Hurt
this-
Locker?
Yeah. A great movie.
2008, right? Jeremy Renner before he was into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I think it was before.
Right?
And before he was in the Jason Bourne
Yep.
franchise.
Yeah, that's right. And it also had Mackie in there too before he was in the Marvel universe. That's
It
curious.
got a tad bit hokey when they went off the base on their little own, you know.
It was very much hokey.
Yeah.
But
So-
people
My,
loved it. People
my
loved
EOD
it, right?
best friend wasn't a fan.
Who wasn't a fan?
My EOD best friend growing up, he was like, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I got the whole. I mean, I thought the principle of the movie was good. Was that the Jeremy Renner's character was just like, I got nothing else. This is what I know. I kind of got a death wish anyway, so I'm going to keep going back.
Yeah.
I get that, right? But what do you think this movie rated by the critics? You guys
Are we-
got it?
We going same order?
No, we'll start with
Okay.
Jake this time.
Okay.
87. Because it was nominated for a freaking.
That's right. Yeah, it got a bunch of shit.
Yep.
Teapot.
94.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Big
know.
Vern.
That sounded competent.
23.
91.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You think the critics like this movie, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. History.
I'm gonna go 89.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, big
I'm
proponents.
the lowest. Jeez.
Yeah. And the critic score is
97.
Ooh.
can you
It was a
believe
good movie. I enjoyed it.
was a good movie. I was surprised that the
Good movie.
critics liked it, but maybe it was kind of the mental thing. Audience score was a little bit low.
Wow.
So,
I would have thought this would have been opposite. Tell you the
Yep.
truth.
yeah, kind of. It's weird. All right, number 3. You ready? This is a Navy movie. Somebody said it a couple weeks ago.
Is there a black guy
Prestige.
starring? Is there a
Yep.
Black guy. Black guy
Actually,
in this
there
movie?
is
Black
a
guy in
black
this
guy
movie.
starring.
Told ya.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
This is
stealth
Navy?
baby. Yeah,
Stealth.
they're Navy
Oh,
pilots.
that's right. That's right.
They're Navy pilots. Jessica Biel, Jamie Foxx. I don't know who the third guy is. I've never heard of him. But
I'm gonna give it a high rating just because of Jessica Biel.
so for those who are just on the podcast
Woo.
or on the audio one, this is Stealth, the 2005 American action film, right? It was so cool. It was so goofball. It was always on in the sock. I remember that. It was because I think TBS picked it up or some shit like that. And Stealth was always available to watch. So, okay, you got it in your head. Teapot, you're first.
Ooh, stealth. I'm gonna go 57.
Generous. 57.
I'm a Jamie Foxx fan, man.
That was during his heyday, right? And
He's hyper talented. He's
Jessica
hyper
Biel.
talented, man.
I mean, yeah, she was looking good, right? Mike, what do you got?
64.
Oh, damn it.
And the Ice-T version of Stealth was much, much better.
The what version?
The Ice-T, the rapper, he made a movie called Stealth. And the special effects were literally like model airplanes on fishing wire being flown in front of like the original iPhone. It was
Are you
terrible.
serious?
Yeah, it was horrible. But anyway,
like a YouTube thing or what?
No, it was an actual movie. It was just
really
horrible. Yeah,
I've never heard of it. Eric, what do you got?
This is critics. It's going to be always critics, right?
Critics.
This is critics.
Right.
I'm going to go 72.
Bold. Yeah.
Nah.
Jake.
No, I feel like they probably did like it.
Yeah, I was 64, but 66. I'm gonna regret that.
You Price is Right.
The critics' score for Stealth was
Oh shit!
Holy cow!
There goes all of our stats.
Yeah.
13.
That was
Holy
terrible, man.
cow.
yeah, look at that.
Damn, nobody liked it.
39.
Released in 2005, the film was a critical and box office flop,
Wow.
grossing
never actually
79 mil, and it cost 135 mil to make.
You know what's funny?
One of the worst
It
losses
dealt with
in
AI,
history.
right? It dealt with AI. If it was released now, it probably would have done a lot better.
Wow.
It was AI.
You could have been,
flying
yeah,
that
it could have
mono.
been.
Yeah.
But Stealth was rated at critics' score at 13.
13 and audience 39. Oh my
I
goodness.
never thought it was that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either.
I honestly
either.
have never. I think I've maybe seen a couple of scenes of it. That's it.
I thought
It's annoying more than it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I look for in all my movies.
Annoying.
All right, so I'm trying to do the 5 forces here. Well, it's actually 6, but I got a Coast Guard movie for you.
Oh,
The Guardian?
Rescue
The
Swimmer.
Guardian.
you
It's
knew
the
it was
only
The
Coast
Guardian.
Guard movie
Yeah,
you can think
yeah,
of, right?
Exactly.
The Guardian,
Like Ashton
2006, Kevin Costner, Ashton Kutcher. Right? Wasn't that the old trope? You know, Kevin Costner was the old guy. Here's the new rookie coming in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The classic military story.
Kind of, yeah. Well, at least the trope, anyway. Okay, we're back up to you, Eric. What do you got?
Well, I thought the movie was entertaining. Thought it was a bunch of bullshit,
I liked
a little
it.
hokey, but I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, I liked it.
So if I'm a critic, I'm going to give them a 70.
70. Got it. I think that sounds safe.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake, sorry.
It was pretty good, honestly.
I liked it. I
I
enjoyed it.
remember enjoying
It
it.
surprised me that I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, that was better than I thought.
Yeah, that 13 threw me off, man. It still got me.
I felt
Gunshot.
discombobulated.
I know. I thought I knew people. I don't.
Yeah, that's critical.
Oh, I'm going with 66 again.
66.
Somewhere in
Teapot.
the middle.
52.
Ooh,
52.
You didn't like it, huh?
Ashton
I don't
Kutcher
remember
in short
seeing it.
shorts?
Well, this is
Come
critics.
on, Mike.
This is critics.
The
score,
last Kevin Costner movie, well, I watched it all the time, is For Love of the Game. Like, if I need to go cry, like, I watch For Love of the Game because I'm a baseball guy.
I
and
do
just-
like Love
yeah.
of the Game, but it's so,
Yeah.
I mean, just, there's too many cutbacks. There's too many cutbacks.
Billy Chapel, come on now.
Mike, what do you got?
81.
Oh, wow. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Can't get enough Ashton Kutcher.
I like Moneyball.
Yeah, that's true. That was
Teapot.
like one of his first movies.
Yeah.
Or one of his
Moneyball,
first
yeah.
dramatic movies, anyway. All right, The Guardian critics score is 37.
Jeez.
No wonder the critics suck.
I know.
So
That's-
off. What's
that's
the
shitty.
audience?
37.
God, it wasn't that bad.
I didn't think so either.
Well, they
audience
probably
score.
expected Ashton to live up to his character in Dude, Where's My Car? So
Yeah.
that's probably there's something to that.
Fantastic
I think
movie.
he's got a
you can
very
see
high
it.
bar.
Man,
The audience was much higher. Right?
That's
audience is way
Much
different.
higher.
80?
Yeah.
My
So
goodness.
and that's more how I felt about it. I thought he did a good job in it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like Ashton Kutcher. So anyway. All right, last movie. This is our Air Force / not really Space Force, but it is.
This better be fucking Armageddon.
War Games, baby. War Games.
That's a good one, though.
1983.
There's a good one.
Ali Sheedy, Matthew Broderick, Dabney Coleman, right?
And the critics probably think this thing was amazing.
And it's right behind your background. That's where they came in.
Oh, I always remember the 4-leaf clover scene, right? Where he's like, bam. There's one scene where, either way,
That's
he
a
was
great
like, what are the
description.
odds of this? He was like, what are the odds of this? And they're like, I found a 4-leaf clover. And then he had a handful of them. So there was something suspect.
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
I remember that.
I'm like, how does this prove that this is suspect? I don't get it.
All right, Jake. You want to play a game? What do you got?
The critics.
Did they like it or did they not?
I think they enjoyed this to the tune of 63.
Oh.
I have no clue, dude.
Teapot.
Let's go 1983. Let's go 83.
Oh,
okay.
He's taking the high
Probably
road.
the best
I
logic
like it.
ever.
He's taking the high
I
road.
like it.
Big Vern.
Matthew Broderick and a not weird Ali Sheedy had to be at least a 91.
I mean, it's no
Good
gleaming
call,
the
not
cube,
Weird Ali
but
Sheedy.
That's
Good
true. That
call.
was like pre-cat girl Ali Sheedy. Yeah, that's right.
Man, I'll tell you.
Okay, Eric.
Only because I thought the movie was retarded. I really did.
trash.
I did. Oh man. So
32.
I'm going to take the high road too because I'm sure they thought it was wonderful. If I didn't like it, so I'm going to go. Let's go 81.
Oh, okay.
Oh my, they really liked it.
All right, critic score for War Games is 94.
I told you they're a bunch of retards, man. I swear.
Yeah.
Come on.
94.
I mean, it was anti-war, anti-military.
It kind of was. Yeah.
Ish.
I mean, and you can see the audience score, I think, is pretty accurate, right? It's
Yeah.
a little lower,
Yeah.
which is kind of where I would put it in the 80s. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was entertaining. It was good.
Yeah, like I'd watch it if it's on TV. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I can get with this.
I liked it more learning about the true story where they did the what they put tape data
tape.
in, right?
Yeah.
Test data
Yep.
in. And they're like, holy shit, and that's what led to those test procedures.
Yep.
Because Eric, what they did was they injected simulated data, but it went out over live. And so the operator saw this this test scenario playing out, and they're like, holy shit. Now, it didn't really lead to turn your key, sir. Turn your key, right? Which is the most action a space guy has ever had on screen.
Yes. Turn your key, pal.
But that made that a lot more entertaining. And Ali Sheedy was pretty cute back then. So okay. Coming in fourth place with a score of 129. Big Vern.
Oh, I got slaughtered.
Well, coming in third, who got the bronze, 1 point higher at 128. Jake Wall.
Yes. In your face, Vern.
So does Eric win another quiz show again?
I don't think so. He was
Or
middle of
does
the road.
newcomer?
Teapot was middle of the
Right?
road.
Eric, your score of 113.
Ooh.
is good for second place behind Teapot's score
The
of
big silver.
81.
Nice job.
Good job.
So the podcast good conduct medal goes to Teapot. Now, like I said, I'm gonna buy medals for all of you. So when I put it out to the camera, you can reach out and go, oh.
So all we need to do is have it in the top corner.
Thank you very much.
They're not guaranteed.
In the top corner, we'll keep score. I'll have a running list of good conduct.
Yeah.
You've got one, Eric.
I have
Jake's
a
got
list.
2, and now Teapot has 1.
This is horse feces. Freaking, he guesses mildly correctly, and he shows up late. Doesn't even have a legit background.
Skips a couple of games.
That's a good
with
point.
with some unknown injury.
Eric's over there cranking out Mr. History. He's got the OnlyFans site. He's got it all going. He even had a special report from security forces.
Yeah,
Eric was
hard,
active. He was active today.
He was.
Hard.
We did say at the beginning that the winner of the movie quiz was going to win the
We
good
did.
conduct medal. So, on behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today, and a special thanks to Eric Perrott and Jake Wall, who have been there from the beginning. And also want to thank Kevin Falcom and Mike Johns, who are bringing up the rear of the year. All these guys are great, and this show wouldn't happen without them. And best of all, they're cheap. Please like, share, subscribe, and let us know how we did in the comments. And make sure next year that you are not late for changeover. Happy New Year. We'll see you next week.